Hazel, and you're watching PHTV4 Meet the Merchant. Today, Meet the Merchant is Redemption Vault on Harlem Avenue in Palos Heights. With me, we have owner Louis Arboleda. And Louis, I want to talk about Redemption Vault. You carry collectibles, and we're going to talk about the different types of collectibles you carry. But before we do that, can you tell how long have you been in business? And then I'd like to hear how you got started in this business also.
Sure. We've been in business here in Palos Heights for about a year almost. And how we got started was I was working my union job. I was a laborer. I worked at Midway mostly.
So non-collectibles.
Not non-collectibles. And one day, about 3-4 years ago, my son was about 7 years old at the time. He comes up to me and he says, "I want to go to the store and rip some Pokemon packs." And to me, that just sounded weird because I didn't know that was still a thing. I did it when I was a kid, and we looked into it. And I said, "Get in the car. We're going to Target. We're going to go open up some packs then." And then we just fell down a rabbit hole, and then here we are.
I love it. You're getting to revisit that moment out of your own childhood, and then watch your son kind of discover the same magic that you probably felt as a child.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, that is cool. So, all right, so maybe that's where we can kind of transition into. So let's talk about what are the collectibles you carry. You do carry Pokemon cards, but...
Yeah, we specialize in Pokemon cards, but we also specialize in Funko, and we just started to dabble in video games and comics as well.
Okay. So, and maybe can you talk about, you have those, and I've seen the other cards here. Do you have favorites, or are there favorites that your customers have, or is it so individualized, like they're collecting, they're looking for a certain item?
My personal favorites I like to collect is anything related to Marvel. I've been a big fan of Marvel for a while, but when it comes to, our customers, it ranges from, all over the place, anime, movie, television, Disney, depends on the age range as well, and it's pretty much everything. The good thing about Funko is they have a Funko Pop for literally everything.
Yes. All right, so you carry the collectibles, but you also, I went to your website, definitely encourage people to check it out. It's a great website. I know you have a place in DeKalb, right? And so that's part of what happens here, or parallel happens here. You guys host a lot of events. I know you bring people in, a special event type. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we actually just recently opened up our second store in DeKalb, and the point of opening up more locations is because we want to bring in celebrity talent, and a lot of people don't want to travel 2-3 hours to come meet some of this, talent, but by bridging some of the gaps, and, we could bring in talent, down in the south suburbs and then bring it out to the north suburbs, and, it builds the availability for people to come in and meet these people.
Right, it makes it accessible for them to have that opportunity, which sounds exciting, especially for that fan world out there. I mean, can you give us an example of some of the either events you go to or host, or who are some of the people that come in?
Yeah, in July we have Steve Staley and Kotaro Colbert. They are the voices of Neji and Killer Bee and Naruto. It is a very popular anime, and I think a lot of people will be excited to
All right,
attend
anime
that.
fans, we got that in July. What else do you have going on, or do you do in the year?
Yeah, we do Fantasy Card Show once a month. It's in Countryside, Illinois, at the Countryside Banquet and Conference Center. We also are hosting Pop X Madison in June, at the end of June. It's a Funko convention based around only Funko, and we also bring talent to that event too, to sign some of their Funko Pops that they voice, the people the characters.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, how about, I have one more question for you, and I feel like I can almost guess how you're going to answer this. I want to ask you, what do you like best about your job? I have the image of your son saying, "Hey, Dad, I want to go get some Pokemons," but all right, now you've got the business. You're not in Midway anymore, right? So this is your full-time, you're committed to this. What do you like best about this job?
Yeah, the best part about this job is the community, and honestly, we built an awesome community here. Everyone that's come in here has, went from friend to almost family, and a lot of the people that come in here, we actually, isn't just business. We've actually invited some of our customers or our guests to come out and hang out with us, and real life activities,
Right.
outside business, and
Well,
good friends.
You're a collector like them. You're not just a shop owner.
Yeah.
You're not just selling merchandise. No, you collect stuff alongside them.
Oh yeah, I'm a big collector. My wife and me collect. I collect a little bit more than my wife. My wife is she was upset that the office was starting to look like a store. You know, I got
can
so many
imagine.
collectibles in
She's
there.
wondering about space, like where's it all gonna go, right?
Yeah, and that's also kind of how the store happened, as well as the basement eventually had so much collectibles where we were doing online stuff, and one day she was like, you know, it's got to go in the garage, and I said the garage is not heated.
Yeah,
And,
not for collectibles.
and I started looking around, and my aunt had a little space in the back, and then we just set up there, and it grew from the small room and then to the back room until, you know, now, you know, we took over the front space as well too.
Well, I mean, congratulations. That's awesome. I'm glad. Welcome to Palos Heights. I'm glad you're here. I know you've been here for a while, but dedicated like this to it. And good luck. This is really cool.
Thank you.
know. I'm Dave Worsley. You've been watching PHTV4 Meet the Merchant. We've been talking with Louis Arbolita, the owner of Redemption Vault on Harlem Avenue. Thank you for watching.